roll, like you would fry crab claws. And then I'm doing like a sour citrusy chili sauce that I'm tossing them in with cilantro and green onion.
I know I'm not gonna fry the head because these teeth look sharp and I don't wanna eat the teeth. I open up my bag of what I think is flour and it's cornstarch. But in Asian culture, they fry everything in cornstarch. This is
Welcome back. That is a preview of the upcoming episode of Top Chef, where the final 5 head to southern China. And of those final 5, 2 of them are with us right now, along with our buddy. We love them. And just thrilled that they're all 3 here. Give it up for Top Chef contestants, Kelsey, Justin, and Sara, everybody. Hi, guys. Hi. Okay. So I don't know if you heard me in the last segment. I'm really excited. We're going to be doing a biscuit challenge here. But first, you're not just here to make biscuits. You're here for a reason. Yeah. Justin, you can speak to that. What's going on tonight?
I think the best part about Top Chef is the awesome friends that we got to make and cook together and do stuff. So
listen to that.
Tomorrow at Handsome Hog, we're doing what I'm calling the Queens of the South dinner, because that's what they are. Yeah, a little Mardi Gras themed. We're gonna do a lot of Creole food, kind of make it a party. So Handsome Hog tomorrow.
What are you making? What are you doing tomorrow?
It's a secret, Jason.
Little secret? You can't give me a little hint or something.
Oh, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do some etouffees and crawfish bisques and jambalayas and all that stuff.
Beignets.
Beignets.
Now,
then after the dinner, we'll do the watch party, and you can watch these girls keep competing at Hog at 7.
Hopefully. So it's open to anyone, right, Justin?
It is. Dinner is sold out, unfortunately, but 7 o'clock we'll open to the public for the viewing party.
Yeah, and if you're wondering how to get, don't worry, we'll put this segment on Facebook, or you can Google Handsome Hog. It's fantastic. Go. If you can't go tomorrow, go Friday. It's fantastic. Okay. Now, we're going to get to you later, but it's all about biscuits. How are your biscuits, Justin?
My biscuits are pretty good.
Yeah, we'll be the judge of that a little bit later. Okay, so we'll see you 2 a little bit later. Yep. Kelsey, I'm going to start with you. Okay, we're doing the biscuit challenge. Let me ask you first, because my father's family's all from the South. My mama and papa taught me how to make biscuits. What do you think is the key to you for a great biscuit?
I don't know. I mean, this is my first time making them. I'm just kidding.
No, I just had a heart attack. I thought, well, this interview's going to go nowhere real quick. Yeah.
I've made a bajillion biscuits in my life.
Is it flour, do you think, or what's your one thing that you have to do?
I think the most important step with making biscuits is to not over-incorporate your butter, but don't under-incorporate it. And that's a tricky thing.
It's a dance.
It takes several lessons for me to get like our biscuit baker seasoned.
Okay, let's do it. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited to watch you do this.
All right, so mine is very simple. This is actually my grandmother's recipe. She used shortening, and I use butter. That's it.
Yeah, I use butter too.
Yeah.
I like it better. There's a little taste difference to me. Yeah.
I love butter. More better. You know.
Exactly.
So this is flour, baking powder, and then and that's got salt and sugar in it as well for seasoning.
Okay.
This is butter.
You do sugar in your biscuits?
Just a tiny bit.
Me too.
Like
I do a little,
yeah. Not as. This is actually my version today. It's got granulated honey on top, so it's a sweet biscuit.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
Yeah, that was in Justin's kitchen. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, Justin. Okay.
By the way.
So how much flour? About 2 cups?
So the ratio is 2 cups of flour to 1 stick of butter.
Got it.
That's the most important part. Other than that, just make a biscuit.
Make a biscuit. Yeah.
So this is the butter, obviously.
Obviously.
Okay. So you're just gonna. So I started out. I mean, I have a little OCD, so I cut it a certain way every time.
I love that.
Yeah.
Now, okay, see, some people use food processors for this process.
Oh,
the
God,
breaking
no.
it.
No.
But why you don't like the food processor?
Because it's such a fine line between overdone and underdone.
Okay.
And it's like one more bump of that food processor, and you might as well just stop. You know.
Okay, so you do it by hand. Okay, but let me ask you: you're mixing, you're cutting in the butter with your hands. Don't you fear warming the butter too much?
Okay, so here's a trick for you.
Okay.
I normally do. Like, I have brunch on Saturdays at my restaurant in Alabama, and we do 100 to 200 biscuits.
Okay.
It's usually, now we're at 200. It just varies. Mardi Gras is Saturday, so we'll do like 300.
Yeah.
And they're like this freaking big. They're big. So we freeze the night before on Friday. We freeze all the flour ingredients and the butter.
Okay.
And we go ahead and cut it up. This is like a restaurant trick, though. I wouldn't do this at home. We cut it up into like pea-size amounts. And so then all you have to do is like
Fluff it.
Fluff it, and add your buttermilk.
And that's
the
it. So
next step.
barely touch it. To barely touch the butter.
Yeah.
That's a good trick. Just cut it, pre-cut it into pea size, freeze that stuff because you want everything to be cold.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes. I say like frozen pea size.
Yes.
Then nobody eats.
Yeah, then nobody eats it. Yeah. Okay, so you cut in the butter and then.
Yeah, so that's that for this one.
Okay.
Now I don't like putting an amount for buttermilk because I'm in the South, so we have a hell of a lot of butter. I mean, of humidity.
Yeah.
So you
It
don't
changes.
know.
You don't
really,
know. You don't know. Yeah.
So I do it like you would pasta. I make like a well, and I just slowly add it. And you don't want to totally incorporate it all at one time.
And I noticed you are doing everything with your hands, so you never use a spoon to work your dough.
Not really.
I love this. So I'm learning more than, okay, this is good.
So like I said, I mean, you don't,
It's a feeling.
It's total. That's why this is the one thing at my restaurant that I'm not like, here's a recipe, make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, no, we have to have a whole lessons.
It's a feeling, and it's also, look, you can see when the dough starts to come together and form a ball.
Yeah.
Let's see, now I would look at, I'm looking at that, is a little dry, or are you going to add more?
No, I'm adding more.
See, I know, I'm asking, because oh
yeah,
my God,
for sure.
I love this so much. This could be the whole hour, and I would be in heaven right here, yeah. Okay, should we do this? Why don't we go to break? We'll come back, we'll finish, we'll show you what this looks like, and then we'll bring Sara in, and then we'll bring Justin in and see how they all compare. More with the gang when we come back.
Okay. I'm gonna put all of it.
I am biscuit making today. We're back with Justin, Sara, and Kelsey from Top Chef, and it's all about biscuits. Okay, while Kelsey's setting up the finished product, let's get a shot of this, Eric. This is what your dough should look like. This is what it should look like, balled up. Then you roll that out to whatever thickness you want, and then put it in. So that's what you want, right, Kelsey? That's about
that's about right.
That's perfect. Okay, and then the finished product. Look at these little
So quick.
biscuits. I know. In the magic of
Oh my
television, they are done. Okay, so Sara, let me move over to you. Same kind of thing. What do you think is the main trick for you?
I think, like Kelsey said, speaking on, it needs to be cold.
Yeah.
Everything has to be cold. And then
Explain to people why, because there's a scientific reason for it.
Well, I'm gonna make more of a laminated biscuit than Kelsey has. So mine's gonna be a little more like flaky, where hers is a little more like fluffy.
Fluffy, okay.
Yeah. So you want everything to be really cold so that when it goes in the oven, the steam will rise up, push it up. So my biscuits look totally different, but they're almost the exact same recipe.
Okay, so let's get to it. I'm excited.
So my ratio is 2 cups of butter, or 2 cups of flour, to 8 ounces, so 1 stick of butter,
That's
I
one
guess.
stick,
yeah,
yeah.
1 stick.
Okay.
And 3/4 a cup of milk. So we start baking powder.
Okay.
Where did I put it? We'll just pretend it's in there.
Okay,
How's
that's
that?
fine. That's
Magic
fine.
of TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. Baking powder, salt, and sugar.
Okay.
And then we go butter next.
So nobody uses self-rising flour.
No.
None of you.
No.
No.
Okay, there we go.
I'm like so vocal. I don't mean to be that.
No, you
know
are
what?
fantastic. I'm loving you. No, seriously.
All
Yeah.
that self-rising flour is salt, sugar,
Baking
Baking
powder.
powder.
Add it in the flour.
and
Yeah.
then just mix it for you. So
Okay.
if that's all you have at home, go for it.
Go for it. Okay.
So she cuts hers up in a little pea size. What my technique is to rub it between your hands like this.
Rub
That's
it like
called a church fold in the South.
Oh,
So I
let me
learned-
see that again. That is okay. So
Okay, so you get them in here in your hands like this.
okay.
And then you use the flour and you make these big long shards.
That
So you
create
end up-
layers.
Have you ever seen how they make like croissants and stuff? And
Yeah.
it's layers and layers. So you're gonna have these big long pieces. And I learned this from a lady in Alabama where I used to work. I'm from Kentucky.
Yeah.
But
Where at in
it's
Kentucky?
Paducah, Kentucky.
Cumberland, Kentucky.
No way.
Yeah,
We
seriously.
went there on the show.
Oh, seriously? Yeah, Cumberland. My whole dad's family's from.
Yeah.
That's where I learned to make biscuits. So yeah.
Yeah, so you just rub it back and forth like this. And so instead of so you're gonna get this nice like laminated, flaky part.
Okay. So then you add. So you get that going, and then you add the liquid. And again, what's your ratio for butter?
So 2 cups of flour, 1 stick of butter, gets 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of sugar,
Okay.
1 teaspoon of salt, 6 ounces of milk.
It's the exact
Perfect.
same as me, except for I do buttermilk.
And you too, there's no spoon in sight. It's all about the hands.
No.
And
yeah.
Justin, you do the same thing, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Easier. It's a feel thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm making a huge amount, I'll start with like a pastry cutter, like a pie dough cutter.
Cutter,
Yeah.
But
I am changing. You gotta say, I am changing my technique as of today.
You want these like long shards with the flour in between. That's really the most important part.
Okay, I'm trying both. This is changing my life.
Have you ever had like the Pillsbury layered ones and then like the regular ones? That's the difference between ours.
You have the Pillsbury ones, right?
She has the layered ones.
Okay.
The like flake ones.
Yes. And sometimes you want flaky and sometimes you want the other ones. Yeah. Okay.
And
variety, you know?
Mine is, like if you notice, Kelsey was kind of working hers together, like really kneading it.
Yeah.
I don't do that as much. So mine is also less hydrated than hers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because kneading is another thing, everybody, if you're watching. Again, you don't want to overdo the dough for biscuits. That's how much did you knead yours? I forgot to ask you
Just till it's formed, basically.
That's it.
So, yeah, I don't want to over knead mine because mine's a different consistency.
Yes. Okay.
You guys also bake at different temperatures,
Yeah,
too.
I bake at 400. She does 350.
350.
Why?
I do egg wash on top. She does buttermilk.
Okay. I could cry. I love these segments. I could just talk to you guys forever. Okay, so 400. Okay, there we go. So that's what your dough looks like.
And I always say that if it doesn't stick to your hands, it's like perfect.
If it doesn't stick to your hands, that's when you can stop?
If it sticks to your hands, you've either worked it too much and the butter started to melt, or you've added too much flour.
Okay, there we go. Oh, Justin, do you agree with that? Okay.
So I'll show you and we can cut one of Kelsey's out too if you want, but when we throw this down, I never use a rolling pin. I always just smush it by hand. And then whenever
this is so great.
I cut,
okay.
I'm really looking, and I'll show it kind of here for the I'm really looking to be like where it looks like the biscuit wants to pop apart.
Oh, okay. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it doesn't want to stick together.
Okay, so let's see. Do you have your finished products? I want to see yours.
Mine right
Justin.
there. Oh, mine or hers?
Hers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, yours is right here, right?
I thought you were talking about my dough.
No, not the dough. I already showed you dough.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, look at how. Oh, look.
So you can see, like, this is one biscuit that was probably started about that thin.
Okay, can I just eat that one?
Yeah, of course
well,
you
just
can.
go ahead and eat that one.
So see how mine just pop apart? Hers are the same. But you know what? They're both delicious.
There's a million ways to make biscuits, and they're only bad when they're hard. So it's fine.
Can you guys come back, please, when you're in town?
Yeah.
I love you too, Justin. Yeah.
Me too, Jason.
More with Kelsey, Sara, and Justin when we come back. Wrapping up the show.
You want to go give some...
Justin and Adrian, one of you will not be joining us in Macau. Justin, please pack your knives and go.
Boo. Boo, hiss, boo. Welcome back, everybody. That's a clip from last week's Top Chef when our guy, hometown Justin Sutherland, got eliminated. Very sad. I know Mama's in the audience, not happy that we showed that clip. Justin, I gotta tell you really quick.
Yeah.
We have a producer named Abraham that works in the station. And he was so mad at the Star Tribune because he logged in and he hadn't watched it yet. And the Star Tribune headline was, Justin Sutherland goes home. He's like, no! He wrote a very strongly worded email on your behalf. Okay. Now, the finale, just let me ask you, though. It must just burn a little bit that you were this close to the finale.
It does, Jason. There's some salt left from those biscuits if you want to pour it in the wound a little.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so what can you guys tell us? I mean, I don't want to get you in trouble. It's a 3-part finale. What can you say about it?
Well, we were in Macau.
Okay.
That's about it.
And there we go.
Tom and Pat over there.
Yeah. Here we are. We're looking at a clip. Now, right now, when you're walking through, are you at a constant state of nervousness or...
You know, like when you want to throw up and then someone punches you?
Yes.
All the time.
All the time.
You never
All
know.
the time.
You never know if you're going to come around the corner and there's going to be like a table full of something and they're like, cook this, do that. You don't know like what the surprise is.
Like
and
that
when it's
scene
happen.
when we're walking, I was like, we're about to walk into a freaking quick fire in a hotel room. And it's going to be like, use the chocolates to make a dessert. I don't know.
I would be anxious the whole time.
We were.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm getting indigestion now. Anyway, by the way, the audience tried the biscuits, as did I. Amazing. Sincerely, yeah. Okay, we're going to wrap up by having a little fun. We're going to play, is it Julia or Paula? I'm going to read a famous quote by either Paula Deen or Julia Child. They have, I was going to say flippers, you only dolphins. You have little paddles. And let me know, who do you think said these quotes, okay? First one. The only time to eat diet food is while you're waiting for the steak to cook. Julia or Paula?
Paula.
Paula.
It is Julia or Child.
I hate being wrong.
1 point for Sara. I mean, keep in mind, you're not going to win anything, but it's just points. Okay, here we go. If you're afraid of butter, use cream. Julia or Paula Dean?
Sticking with Paula.
Paula? Julia Child. Julia Child.
Paula is the one that deep fries butter.
That's right.
There you go.
Butter and my mama says I got the sugars. Okay, here we go. Next quote. I will never use a substitute for butter. Margarine is one molecule away from eating plastic. Is it Julia Child or
Could be
Paula?
either
We're
one.
going Julia. We're going.
Paul, who are you doing? You're doing
With
Paula.
Paula.
Paula and Paula. You're finally right. Okay, let me go to the next one. A balanced diet is a cookie in both hands. Paula or Julia Child? Julia. Hey.
Cheating.
Kelsey. Julia. Paula Dean. You can catch these guys on Top Chef.
Thank God we're better at Top Chef.
Seriously, you can catch them tomorrow night at the Handsome Hog for tickets, or just go to the event, handsomehog.com. The dinner is sold out, though. Don't miss Top Chef Thursday nights on Bravo. That's going to do it for us. If you're a kid that's being bullied, go out there and be yourself, because nobody